Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of February. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at how school districts handle threats of violence, especially those that are phoned in or posted on social media. Unfortunately, those types of threats are becoming more common, both nationwide and right here in Missouri. Such threats often force school leaders to make difficult decisions about continuing to keep school open or closing for a day or more. MSBA's Center for Education Safety has developed a new threat assessment tool that can help school officials keep students and staff safe while minimizing disruption to the education of students. CES Director Paul Fennewald says assessing the credibility of threats is not an exact science, but there is some guidance that can be helpful.
And if it's a legitimate threat, well, then definitely they need to react to that. They need to take the appropriate precautions, maybe close the school down, evacuate the school, things like that. But where it isn't a legitimate threat, maybe it's just a hoax type thing, then we don't want to have them overreact and cause themselves some unnecessary disruption to their normal activity.
Fennewald urges school district officials to work closely with law enforcement agencies when assessing the credibility of a threat to a school district. The 2016 legislative session is well underway now, and a topic that's always of interest is the amount of state funding for our schools for the fiscal year beginning July 1st. Governor Nixon is proposing an $85 million increase in foundation formula funding for the coming year, along with other funding increases, including an additional $5 million in state funding for transportation. While MSBA is pleased with that recommendation, given the budget constraints facing the state, the current foundation formula would continue to be underfunded by more than $400 million, even with the funding boost. The governor released his budget recommendations in conjunction with his State of the State speech last month. In that speech, he said he's proud of Missouri for setting high academic expectations for students.
There were some who doubted whether our students and schools were up to the challenge, who said the new state standards were too tough, too ambitious. I disagreed. I knew that if we raised our expectations, our students would rise to meet them. No gimmicks or voucher schemes, just great teachers, the right tools, strong communities, and a shared commitment to excellence. And you know what? We're getting results. Test scores are rising. Our graduation rate is now in the top 10 in the nation, and more high school graduates are college ready.
Legislative leaders have said they believe Governor Nixon is overestimating the amount of state revenue available for next year's state budget, and that could have an impact on the funding levels they approve for K-12 education and other programs. The legislature has until early May to approve the state budget for the next fiscal year. Don't forget to register for your region's School Board Advocacy Network Day in Jefferson City. Your SBAN visit will include a briefing on current legislative issues at MSBA's Member Relations Center, and then you'll have the opportunity to visit your local legislators at the Capitol. The event is free, but we do ask you to register in advance through the MSBA website. School board members who have completed the requirements for MSBA's Advanced and Master certification will be formally recognized during the awards luncheon at the Leadership Summit on June 4th. To receive recognition this year, your application and supporting materials must be submitted to MSBA no later than May 1st. The Advanced and Master CBM applications and guidelines are available on the MSBA website under the Board Development tab. If you need a few more credits, the Legislative Forum this month and the spring regional meetings in April and May provide core meeting credit. Other credits can still be earned by reading additional books beyond the two that satisfy the reading requirement or attending board meetings in other districts. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.